will be marking 10 years since entering Somalia to protect territorial integrity under the Operation Linda Nchi. The decade-long mission, which began on October 14, 2011, has been successful in targeting and neutralizing the al-Shabaab militia, which had launched attacks on Kenyan soil, causing mayhem in the region. However, KDF's stay in Somalia could be extended, as a plan is in the works to rehat the troops to the United Nations force. Our reporter Emmanuel To, alongside videographer George Mbare, who are there and now bring you the dovetails from Somalia.
A 2-hour flight from Nairobi, and we land at Doble, Somalia. This is one of the sectors manned by the Kenya Defense Forces. The Kenyan troops, which had invoked Section 51 of the UN Charter to protect its territorial integrity, have been here since 2011 before rehatting to the African Union mission in Somalia, AMISOM, back in February 21st, 2012.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the AMISOM Kenya commander in Sector 2, Brigadier Jeff Nyaga, starts us off with some updates on the milestones so far.
We had several cross-border incursions being perpetrated by al-Shabaab and other armed groups. We have seen growth in terms of banking sector. We have flights all the way from Mogadishu, some from Kismayu.
It is the efforts of our gallant soldiers that has made it possible to have some normalcy return in the war-torn country. Due to security reasons here in Somalia, the KDF forces here have to make sure that we are safe with the body armor. This is a jacket and a helmet, just to make sure that as we go around our business here, we are safe and secure. Among the gallant soldiers here are Sergeant Moses Meme. He has been in the service for 13 years and has been in Kenya's contingents to Somalia twice. He has literally seen it all.
Kazi yetu hapa basically ni to observe what is happening. Tuko in a very good view. So in case tukipata ile kitu yote tunapata, tuna report to the OP ambayo iko hapo chini.
He works with a team of other soldiers who take turns to spot and attack possible threats from a distance.
Mchana saa hizi ndio unaweza ona vizuri sana, but usiku tuko na night capability.
And when a threat is seen, nothing is left to chance. And after the chit-chat, we set off for Doble town. This is one of the few towns closer to the Kenyan border. Armored personnel carriers, APCs, sophisticated weapons like this special combat assault rifle, also known as SCAR, special general purpose machine guns, and the troops on alert providing security. All proof of the fragility of the security situation here.
The operating environment presents increasingly complex challenges arising from both internal and external complexities. And this is being perpetrated by both state and non-state actors.
If AMISOM troops withdraw, whether it's Kenyan, whether it's Uganda, maybe effective because of we know that what has happened in Afghanistan.
Before the Kenyan troops set camp here, the town had a population of about 4,000 people. Now, step by step, there are about 50,000 people living in this town. AMISOM had segmented Somalia into 6 sectors, all manned by different countries for ease of operation. Sector 1 is under Uganda, manning the Lower Shebele region. Sector 2 on the Lower and Middle Juba is under Kenyan troops. Sector 3 on the Gedo region is controlled by the Ethiopian forces. Similarly, Sector 5 is manned by Burundi, while Kenyan forces and Ethiopian soldiers train their guns at the enemy in Sector 6, which include Kismayu Seaport and its environs. There are 16 operating bases, including Hosingo Forward Operating Base. This is a famous base where KDF officers broadly recount some of the success stories.
It was a battle that lasted more than 11 hours. Over 1,000 al-Shabaab fighters had planned a massive attack to overrun this base. They attacked in waves. Each wave had about 100 fighters. Fortunately, our Crown troops had enough stocks of ammo in their forward trenches that sustained them until when our Kenya Air Force fighter jets arrived on time to complement the Crown troops and offer close air support.
The AMISOM troops were expected to gradually exit Somalia this year, but documents seen by KTN News show a rehatting to the UN-led peacekeeping and enforcement mission. The plan mooted during the AU's Peace and Security Council will see a multidimensional approach to the security situation in Somalia if the UN Security Council gives it a nod. After the activities in the lower region of Somalia, we fly to Kismayu. Sector 6 under Kenyan and Ethiopian troops. The city on the shorelines has now experienced some sort of peace and calm. But just like the blue shorelines, it has been turbulent.
We provide an enabling environment for the operations within this particular area to include giving political activities at all levels. We also provide an enabling environment for the consolidation, stabilization, and peace-building efforts.
We must think the Somalis to build their forces. We must think AMISOM to prepare the ground, how we liberate the area, how we hand over the Somali forces.
The expansive port of Kismayu and the airport in here are now booming with business, thanks to the air and sea patrols day and night. From land, air and sea, the Kenya Defense Forces here in Somalia have been working overtime to ensure they disrupt, degrade and defeat the al-Shabaab militia. But as they now plan to gradually leave Somalia, residents here will now have to adjust to a life after the AMISOM mission. Emmanuel To, KTN News from Kismayu, Somalia.
This is KTN News.